I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary, and this is one of our in-stock 2018 Macans. Now this one is fairly similar to our kind of general spec. There's always a little bit of variation with our brand because it's so a la carte the way you order them, but this is conventional, I'll say, with one kind of exception. So starting with the basics. Carrara white outside, that's our metallic white. There is just white available too, which is a little bit, I'll say, simpler than this. This one will kind of sparkle in the sunshine a little bit, whereas the other one doesn't. It's just kind of flat. In the showroom, to be honest, there's not a huge difference, but when you get it outside, that's where you really notice the Carrara white is just has more depth to it. Wheels, we just kept the standard 18-inch Macan wheels, and they're on all-season tires. You do have to be careful that they are all-season and not summers, which would be standard. It's no cost difference, but you do have to tick the box to select the all-seasons when you order the cars. And then inside, that's where it starts to get a little bit less conventional. Most of what we'll order will be the black interior, one or two gray ones, and maybe a couple of black and beige. But this is the black and garnet red, which I really like. It's just a little bit different, a little bit more exciting. And it's just enough red to make it a little exciting without being overwhelming. You've got red on the seats and the armrests, but the rest is still black. We do sell in some other vehicles a full red interior, which is cool, but definitely can be overwhelming. It's a lot of red, especially if it's a car that you drive every day. Now, when you go for the black and red, you also get what Porsche calls the partial leather package. So the seats, of course, are leather, as they would be anyhow. But then you get leather on your armrests, all three, so on either door and the center console armrest. But then also the whole top of the dash is leather wrapped as well. And you get a nice red contrast stitch along the edge, which I really like. That's a spot that you're kind of looking at all the time, if not actually reaching out and feeling it. So it's nice to have that little bit of extra leather. Some other content that we put in it, the Premium Package Plus, which once you have that, you have everything that you need. That's got all the real big ticket items in it, but I'll go over what that is. Firstly, seat upgrade to the 14-way adjustable seat. So you have thigh extension and 4-way lumbar support, which you don't have on the base seat. And that also comes with memory as well. So your seat position, both for driver and passenger, you have a couple of memory positions, and you can pair that up with your key as well. So if you have two drivers, you can program everything to your key. When you get in the car with yours, it goes to your position, and the second driver with their key goes to their position. And actually, that'll remember whole driver profiles, radio presets, and how long you want your headlights to stay on when you turn off the car, and all that stuff is paired into those memory settings. So you get that. You also add ventilation to the seats. They're heated anyways, but you add the ventilation, and you add seat heating to the back, and you get the upgraded sound system, the Bose, several more speakers and a lot more power than the standard system. Definitely worthwhile. And the panoramic roof, also part of that package, lets a ton of light in. It's pretty much the full length of the roof on this car. Without that, you don't have any sunroof at all, so the panoramic roof is a must-have for most people. So most of our cars will have it, this one included. You also would get the entry and drive, so that you don't have to take your key out and press unlock and plug it into the dash. You just touch the door handle to unlock the door, and then you just kind of touch on the little groove right here to lock it again. And then once you're in, you can leave your key in your pocket and just turn the ignition switch without taking the key out. So that one, of course, most people want. That's part of the package. That's in here. So as I say, kind of all the major big ticket items are built in to that package. A few things I didn't mention that people would consider big ticket items that are standard on all of the cars would be things like the navigation, the backup camera, front and rear sensors, all that. Every car will have that, and Bluetooth and so on. So you don't have to worry about making sure that box is ticked. It's already in there on every Macan. But we did add a couple more things, one of which being the lane change assist or blind spot warning. Everybody seems to want that nowadays, so we put that in the car too. And then the Connect Plus, which entails a few different things. The biggest one, the one most people will buy it for, is Apple CarPlay. So you have that functionality. You plug in your iPhone, and you can use all of your apps right on the screen. Touchscreen obviously works very well, and more apps are becoming compatible all the time. It's a really good system. And then you also can either tether it to the data on your phone or get a dedicated SIM card to plug into the dash. And that's where you can access things like weather, traffic, news, parking information, all kinds of stuff that will just be fed right into the infotainment system there. So pretty cool. And we did a search recently on kind of the national inventory, and most stores weren't optioning that on a lot of the cars they had in stock. We have. Most of our cars have it. We see a lot of value in it. And also, interestingly, for the next model year, for 2019, a lot of that stuff will become standard So if you're buying a car now without it, your car is going to kind of age a little bit more quickly, I think. It becomes a little bit less, just noticeably less high-tech without that option. So another reason that we've put it in most of our cars. When we build them, we do try to really think it through and make sure that the car you're buying is going to be one that you can really enjoy for a long time, right? And has all that important stuff. And we try not to overlook anything that that we see value in, and we think most of our customers do. So this is a great example. Again, all that important stuff, but with a little bit of a different interior, which makes a big difference, makes it feel a little bit more special, I think. So that's this car, but we have a lot of Macan inventory right now, and they're all great cars. So keep scrolling, check them out. If you find the right one for you, come down. We welcome you to take it for a test drive or just chat with us in a little bit more depth. Thanks so much for watching.